GH presents A Meeting in Singapore. My name's George Hans Bridge. This is me as a child. I'm in the shipyards of Cardiff with my friends. I love to play around those big machines. I think that's why I decided to study engineering. When I finished my studies, my father gave me a great piece of advice. Remember, George, a good engineer must also be ingenious. I started my professional career with a multinational in Bristol. Then one fine day, I'm going to change jobs. I'm going to be the new international observer for GH Cranes. It's an independent, internationally renowned company made up of self-made individuals. As always, my family gave me wise advice. I started getting to know all of the countries where GH operates and the people that make the company possible. Helping my co-workers with difficult clients is also one of my missions. Hello, Gorka. What can I do for you?
George, I need you to come to Singapore.
Is there something wrong?
Mr. Lee, he's a prospective client and he has concerns. As you know, this is a difficult environment for us with the huge influence of Chinese and Japanese culture.
Give me a day. Mr. Lee wasn't sure about the purchase of a new bridge crane, but I knew that I could convince him. GH is a major company, providing personalized services and solutions. There was no time to lose. From the moment we met at the airport, I told Mr. Lee that GH makes machines that outperform the competition, incorporating commercial elements into its products at a similar price. Plus, thanks to its size, the company can provide its clients with tailored service. Other manufacturers make custom components such as inverters, controls, bearings, and hooks to drive and control their machines. This forces their clients into a dependent position. Also, GH offers all the innovative advantages it incorporates into its products as a standard. Other companies offer machines with different levels of performance based on the market. We also include standard frequency inverters in all of our cranes to control all drives, including hoisting. This is important because in addition to being able to select the work speed, movements are more gentle and the crane's structure and mechanisms are placed under less stress. That means machines last longer, mechanisms have a longer service life, and fewer breakdowns are incurred. I didn't realize that someone had been following us. It was Chang, Mr. Lee's new director of production. He was an old acquaintance. He'd worked for a GH competitor before. I was telling Mr. Lee about our latest safety features when Chang interrupted us.
Hello, George. It's so nice to see you again. Please, go on discussing safety.
We've incorporated frequency inverters that regulate drive start and stop. Also, in addition to the normal service brake, there is prior electric brake included. The minimum cable safety factor is 5, as recommended by the European Machine Directive and the American CMAA. GH cranes come with standard frequency inverters. That means that the crane works faster when the load is less than 25% of the nominal load, which increases productivity. And in our case, maintenance is simpler. There is direct access, and different components can be separated by loosening a few screws. Also, all engines have connectors that are easy to extract and prevent any confusion when reconnecting them. Mr. Lee loved this advantage, and he couldn't help from saying so. I took advantage of his enthusiasm to talk to him about the modules that all of our machines incorporate to communicate between the operator and maintenance personnel.
Now you're going to tell me that GH cranes talk.
And think, with sensors that indicate overloads, number of maneuvers, pulsations, cycles, when they need maintenance, and how much residual service life components have left. While Mr. Lee and Chang accompanied me to the taxi, I spoke to them about the regenerative inverters that allowed the energy lost through drive brake resistance to be recovered. That way, we save energy, lower electricity costs, and contribute to the environment. Thanks a lot! I think they understood that GH is a supplier that will help them prosper through increased productivity, better maintenance costs, less downtime, and extended component service life, thereby adding value to their bottom line. On the way back, I thought about how small the world seems when you operate in leading countries across Europe, Asia, and the Americas. That's why, when it comes to replacing our clients' parts, we're not talking about days, we're talking about hours.